Best vitamins to prevent vision loss. Did you know that nearly 2.2 billion people around the world suffer from some kind of vision impairment or blindness? What's even more startling is that about half of these cases could have been prevented or treated if caught early. Vision loss sneaks up quietly, often with no warning signs until it's already advanced. Conditions like age-related macular degeneration, AMD, cataracts, and diabetic retinopathy are among the leading causes, and they don't just steal sight. They deeply affect quality of life, independence, and even mental health. The scary part? Many of these problems start developing years before you notice anything wrong. That's why taking natural steps early on, especially through vitamins and nutrition, can be a powerful way to protect your eyesight and keep it sharp for decades to come. So today, let's talk about the best vitamins that science has shown to help prevent vision loss. These aren't just random supplements. These are nutrients that play key roles in protecting the eyes at a cellular level, fighting damaging free radicals, and even improving the health of blood vessels inside the eye. We'll break down exactly how they work, where you can find them, how much you need, and when you should be careful about taking them. Ready to give your eyes the VIP treatment they deserve? Let's get started. First up, vitamin A. You might have heard people say, carrots are good for your eyes. And that's because carrots are packed with vitamin A precursors. But what makes vitamin A so crucial? And why should you care beyond just eating your veggies? Well, vitamin A is essential for producing a special pigment called rhodopsin in your retina. Rhodopsin is what allows your eyes to adjust quickly when you go from bright daylight into a dark room or at night outside. It's like a natural night vision switch for your eyes. Without enough vitamin A, your ability to see in low light dims, leading to night blindness, which isn't just inconvenient. It's a sign your eyes are missing something vital. The active form of vitamin A, called retinol, also plays a huge role in maintaining the surface of your eyes, the cornea, keeping it clear and healthy. Imagine your cornea as a window. If it's scratched or damaged, your vision becomes blurry. Retinol supports the cells that keep this window smooth and intact, which is essential to good sight. What's fascinating is how vitamin A works at a cellular level. It helps the photoreceptor cells called rods and cones in your retina do their job. Rods handle vision in dim light, while cones take care of color and detail. Without enough vitamin A, these cells can't function properly, and your vision starts to suffer. Here's a pretty shocking fact. Despite living in a world with abundant food options, vitamin A deficiency is still a leading cause of preventable childhood blindness worldwide. The World Health Organization reports that around 250 million preschool children are affected by vitamin A deficiency globally, and it's particularly common in developing countries where access to nutrient-rich foods is limited. This deficiency doesn't just cause blindness, but also weakens the immune system, making children more vulnerable to infections. The importance of vitamin A in eye health was highlighted in several large-scale studies, including one by the National Eye Institute, which confirmed that maintaining adequate vitamin A levels prevents night blindness and serious corneal diseases like xerophthalmia, a condition where the cornea becomes dry and thickened and can lead to irreversible blindness if untreated. So, who needs to pay special attention to vitamin A? Naturally, children in areas where malnutrition is common are at high risk, but adults shouldn't ignore it either, especially those with conditions that affect fat absorption, like cystic fibrosis or certain liver diseases, since vitamin A is fat-soluble. Vegans and vegetarians also need to ensure they get enough beta-carotene, the plant-based form of vitamin A found in foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and kale, because it needs to be converted into retinol by the body. The conversion efficiency varies between people, so sometimes supplementation under medical guidance might be necessary. The recommended daily amount for adults is around 700 to 900 micrograms. You can easily meet this target with a diet that includes a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables and some animal-based foods like eggs and liver. Pregnant women, in particular, need to be careful with vitamin A intake because high doses have been linked to congenital disabilities. Moving on to vitamin C, the superstar antioxidant for your eyes. The lens of your eye is like a delicate camera lens, constantly exposed to sunlight's ultraviolet rays, and everyday environmental pollutants. These factors create free radicals, tiny, unstable molecules that cause damage to your eye cells and speed up aging. This oxidative stress is one of the main culprits behind common eye problems like cataracts, where the lens becomes cloudy, and age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which affects central vision. Luckily, vitamin C steps in as a powerful defender against this damage. It acts as a natural antioxidant, neutralizing those harmful free radicals before they can wreak havoc on your eye tissues. What makes vitamin C especially important for eye health is how it supports collagen, the protein that gives structure to your eye's cornea and sclera, the clear front window, and the white outer layer. Collagen keeps these parts strong and transparent, essential for sharp vision. Without enough vitamin C, the collagen weakens, and the eye becomes more vulnerable to damage and diseases. The form your body uses is ascorbic acid, which is water-soluble. That means your body doesn't store it for long and needs a fresh daily supply through diet. Scientific studies back up vitamin C's protective effects. One notable study found that people who regularly consumed higher amounts of vitamin C had a much lower risk of developing cataracts compared to those with low intake. This means adding vitamin C-rich foods isn't just good for your immune system, but also a smart move to keep your vision clear as you age. Some eye health studies have even looked at higher doses of vitamin C, often combined with other antioxidants like vitamin E and zinc, showing they can slow the progression of AMD, which is one of the leading causes of vision loss worldwide. You can easily get your daily dose of vitamin C by enjoying fresh fruits and vegetables like oranges, strawberries, bell peppers, and broccoli. Adults typically need about 75 to 90 milligrams daily, but for those at risk of eye diseases, a slightly higher intake, preferably from food or supplements under medical advice, might provide added protection. Speaking of AMD, vitamin E plays a big role here, too. Have you ever wondered how your eyes protect themselves from the constant barrage of light and oxygen that can cause damage deep inside? It might sound surprising, but your eyes rely heavily on certain nutrients to defend themselves, and vitamin E plays a starring role in this protective process. This fat-soluble antioxidant is crucial for safeguarding the delicate membranes of the photoreceptors in your retina, the part of your eye that captures light and sends signals to your brain so you can see. Photoreceptors are loaded with polyunsaturated fatty acids, which, while essential for their function, are also incredibly sensitive to oxidation. When these fats undergo oxidative stress, they can cause cell damage and contribute to vision problems over time. This is where vitamin E steps in, acting like a shield that guards these vulnerable fats and helps keep retinal cells intact and healthy. Vitamin E, especially in the form known as alpha-tocopherol, doesn't just sit idly by. It actively neutralizes free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage cells. By doing this, vitamin E prevents the breakdown of lipids in the retina's cell membranes, which is critical because damage here can impair how your eyes process light and color. This protective role of vitamin E has been studied extensively, especially in relation to age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss for people over 50. In a landmark clinical trial, participants with intermediate to advanced AMD who took high doses of vitamin E combined with other antioxidants experienced a slower rate of vision loss compared to those who did not. This research provided some of the strongest evidence that antioxidants like vitamin E can make a real difference in protecting eye health as we age. But before you rush to stock up on vitamin E supplements, it's important to remember that more isn't always better. Very high doses of vitamin E supplements have been linked to some health risks, including an increased chance of bleeding and interactions with certain medications, especially blood thinners. Because of this, experts generally recommend getting vitamin E primarily from food sources, which provide the vitamin in a natural balance with other nutrients. Foods rich in vitamin E include nuts like almonds and hazelnuts, seeds such as sunflower seeds, and green leafy vegetables like spinach. Avocados are another excellent source that many people enjoy. These foods not only supply vitamin E, but also come with a host of other beneficial nutrients, making them an all-around good choice for eye and overall health. For adults, the recommended daily allowance of vitamin E is about 15 milligrams, or 22.4 international units. Most people can meet this requirement by including a handful of nuts or a serving of leafy greens in their daily meals. Vitamin E's role extends beyond just protecting against AMD. It also supports overall retinal health, including helping to maintain the structure and function of photoreceptor cells. By preserving the integrity of these cells, vitamin E helps your eyes maintain clear vision and reduces the risk of damage from environmental stressors like UV light and pollution. So, while it may seem like a small nutrient, vitamin E acts as a frontline defender in your eye's complex defense system. Next, we can't forget the powerful duo of lutein and zeaxanthin. Did you know that the macula, the tiny but mighty part of your retina responsible for sharp, central vision, relies heavily on two special carotenoids, lutein and zeaxanthin, to protect itself? These pigments are like natural sunglasses built right into your eyes, filtering out harmful high-energy blue light from digital screens, sunlight, and artificial sources. Blue light exposure has skyrocketed in recent years, especially with our increased screen time. And without these protective pigments, the delicate tissues of the retina could suffer significant damage. What's incredible about lutein and zeaxanthin is that they don't just block blue light. They also act as antioxidants, fighting oxidative stress, a major player in age-related eye diseases like macular degeneration and cataracts. Scientific research consistently supports the protective power of these carotenoids. In one large study tracking thousands of participants over several years, those with higher blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin were found to have a 40% lower risk of developing late-stage age-related macular degeneration, AMD. This is a big deal because AMD is the leading cause of vision loss in adults over 50, affecting millions worldwide and severely impacting quality of life. Plus, these pigments have been linked to a reduced risk of cataracts, another common cause of vision impairment. That means including lutein and zeaxanthin in your diet can be a game changer for long-term eye health. So, where do you find these amazing nutrients? Leafy greens like kale and spinach are among the richest sources, offering a vibrant dose of lutein and zeaxanthin with every bite. Corn and eggs also provide these carotenoids in forms that your body can readily absorb. Unlike vitamin C, which dissolves in water, lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble, meaning they absorb best when eaten with a bit of healthy fat. Think olive oil, avocado, or nuts. That's an easy tip to keep in mind. Toss your salad with a little olive oil or add avocado slices to your meals to boost absorption. Typical supplemental doses of lutein and zeaxanthin range from 6 to 20 milligrams daily, and many eye health supplements use this range. However, experts generally agree that getting these carotenoids from a colorful, vegetable-rich diet is the most natural and effective way to support your eyes. This approach not only provides lutein and zeaxanthin, but also delivers a range of other antioxidants and nutrients that work synergistically to protect vision. People who spend a lot of time in front of screens, live in sunny climates, or have a family history of AMD may benefit the most from focusing on lutein and zeaxanthin intake. However, these carotenoids are safe for almost everyone, and increasing your consumption through diet is a smart preventative step. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, deserve a mention here too. Did you know that while not technically a vitamin, omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, are absolutely vital for keeping your eyes healthy? DHA, or docosahexaenoic acid, makes up a large part of the structural fat in your retina. Think of it like the building blocks that keep the cell membranes flexible and functioning smoothly. This fluidity is critical because the retina needs to quickly and accurately respond to light signals for clear vision. Beyond structure, DHA also plays a key role in controlling inflammation and regulating blood flow inside the eye, both of which are essential to preventing damage and maintaining overall eye health. There's strong scientific evidence supporting the eye benefits of omega-3s. For example, Studies have consistently found that people who consume higher amounts of these fatty acids have a significantly lower risk of developing common eye conditions like dry eye syndrome, age-related macular degeneration, AMD, and diabetic retinopathy. In fact, one landmark study revealed that regular intake of omega-3s could reduce the risk of developing AMD by nearly 30%, a remarkable protective effect for such a widespread cause of vision loss. This highlights just how powerful omega-3s can be when it comes to preserving your sight. The best dietary sources of DHA are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines, delicious options that pack a big nutritional punch. For those who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet, algae-based supplements provide an excellent alternative, offering the same benefits without relying on fish. Including omega-3s in your diet helps maintain the retina's delicate balance, reduces inflammation that could damage eye tissues, and supports healthy blood flow, all crucial factors for long-term vision. For people at higher risk of eye disease or those already experiencing dry eyes or early AMD, increasing omega-3 intake could be a particularly smart move. However, like all supplements, it's a good idea to talk to your healthcare provider before making big changes, especially if you're on blood-thinning medications or have allergies. Zinc is another key mineral that works closely with vitamin A in the eye. Have you ever stopped to think about how important minerals like zinc are for your vision? Zinc is one of those unsung heroes that quietly does a lot of heavy lifting in your eyes, especially in the retina, where it concentrates to support critical functions. One of zinc's key roles is activating enzymes that shield the retina from oxidative stress. You see, just like other parts of your body, the retina faces constant exposure to harmful molecules called free radicals, which can damage cells and speed up aging. Zinc helps power up those enzymes that neutralize free radicals, keeping the delicate retinal tissue safe. But zinc's job doesn't stop there. It's also essential for moving vitamin A from your liver to your retina. This process is crucial because vitamin A is needed to produce melanin, a protective pigment in your eyes that acts like a natural sunscreen. Melanin helps absorb excess light and shields your retina from damage caused by bright light or UV exposure. That means without enough zinc, your eye's natural defense system weakens, making them more vulnerable to harm. Low zinc levels have been linked to poor night vision, a frustrating problem that can make it hard to see in dim light or when driving at night. More concerningly, research shows that inadequate zinc can worsen age-related macular degeneration, AMD, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. This connection has made zinc a major focus in eye health studies. Clinical trials investigating supplements have found that zinc, when taken together with antioxidants like vitamins C and E, can slow the progression of AMD by roughly 25%. That's a substantial improvement for a condition that currently has limited treatment options. Where can you find zinc naturally? Foods like oysters top the list as zinc powerhouses, but you'll also get good amounts from beef, pumpkin seeds, and lentils. These are great choices to include regularly in your diet. For adults, the recommended daily intake is between 8 and 11 milligrams, depending on age and sex. However, it's important to remember that too much zinc can backfire. Excessive intake can cause side effects like nausea, headaches, and even interfere with the absorption of other essential minerals like copper. So moderation is key. Overall, zinc plays a vital role in keeping your retina protected and your vision sharp, especially as you age. By including zinc-rich foods in your meals and maintaining a balanced diet, you give your eyes a natural boost to fight oxidative stress and support the essential vitamin A cycle. So, in practical terms, including colorful fruits and vegetables like carrots, spinach, kale, berries, and citrus in your daily meals, along with nuts, seeds, and fatty fish, can naturally boost these eye protective vitamins. A simple recipe could be a spinach and berry smoothie with a spoonful of flaxseed oil or a colorful salad topped with salmon and pumpkin seeds. Little lifestyle tweaks like wearing sunglasses that block UV and blue light, taking regular breaks from screens, and staying hydrated can amplify the benefits. So why not give your eyes this nutritional boost for just 1 week? Track how you feel. Notice any changes in your vision clarity or eye comfort, and share your experience with others. Your eyes do so much for you. It's time to give them a little extra love with the right vitamins. Remember, prevention today means better vision tomorrow.